If you didn't know already, Black Lives Matter.
Thank you for joining us with Hallows.
America, demand your OVV. I want my OVV. I want my OVV. I want my OVV. OVV, once virtual venue. Your favorite bands, the Once nightclub. All online, 24 hours a day, new shows every week. Zoom, Facebook, YouTube. Now in stereo. Tell your computer, grab your mobile device, tell them, I want my OVV.
So we're Once Somerville. We have an online store. It's called Shopperville. Get it? It's a pretty cool place. You can find our t-shirts, our bumper stickers, which by the way, say Once Army, smashing the patriarchy since 2015. So you know you want people to be seeing that. Check out Once Shopperville. You can find the link in all of our socials. Please buy something. It helps us, makes you look cool. You rock.
Hey, this is Chadwick Stokes from Dispatch and State Radio here at the legendary Once Ballroom. Just wanted to say a quick shout out to Once Ballroom. Places like this, venues like this are the lifebloods of our community that we are really missing at this time, but they are continuing. You can check out shows. They're still going. It's still going even though we are all shut down. Some things are going, and those are the very things, the music, the arts, that I know I cling so hard to during these times. So check it out, and once again, thank you to Once.
In my mind, fog is rolling down. The sunlight built up in my trees inside my mind. I've got 1,000 graves in my mind. I see the world die every night. Got 1,000,000 ghosts within my head. When I close my eyes, I hear the dead. Got 1,000 graves within my mind. I see the world die every night. Got 1,000,000 ghosts within my head. When I close my eyes, I hear the dead. Can you feel it? The dead are swarming in my mind, they're calling me. The darkness never leaves me here inside my dream. I've got 1,000 graves in my mind. I see the world die every night. Got 1,000,000 ghosts within my head. When I close my eyes, I hear the dead. Got 1,000 graves within my mind. I see the world die every night. Got 1,000,000 ghosts within my head. When I close my eyes, I hear the dead. I hear the dead. like Lucifer. Forever, forever you shall live inside my dream. I've got 1,000 dreams in my mind. I see the world die every night. Got a million ghosts within my head. When I close my eyes, I hear the dead. Got 1,000 dreams within my mind. I see the world die every night. Got a million ghosts within my head. When I close my eyes, I hear the dead. I am dead. I first saw you, you were standing there with your shadow dancing near. All the spirits crying before it runs. But how long ago and how far might we stray? A poem for our dying world. Reach out amongst them to scatter there. The seeds of all made. And as it dies, a world comes from eternal out the darkness. Wonder still, but I see your face. But you're buried here, alone on this hill. Like fire burns out. only one, the only one, the only one. I call your name. I call your name. You're the only one, the only one, the only one, the only one for me. Can you hear me call out? Hear me call out you? Behind the curtain, can you hear me call out? Hear me call out you? I wait 1,000 years to call your name, and did you call me too? Call your name. I call your name. You're the only one, the only one, the only one, the only one. I call your name. I call your name. You're the only one, the only one, the only one, the only one. I call your name. I call your name. You're the only one, the only one, the only one, the only one. I call your name. I call your name. You're the only one, the only one, the only one, the only one for me. reflect the moonlight from this unhallowed ground. I'm rising and I feel so alive. Deep out the random starlight from the time before the night. I feel so hollow and so low. I wanna see you out there, draped in black, just like me. I wanna see you out there, nothing to fear, to me. Reflection, reflect and silver. I think we've gone too far this time. I feel the rhythm slowly fade to pale the darkness. It burns so beautifully. From the shallow of my crib, I'm coming back again someday. I wanna see you out there, draped in black, just like me. I wanna see you out there, nothing to bear, to me. Moonlight from this unhallowed grave I'm rising, and I feel so alive. Naive out the random starlight from the time before the night time. I feel hollow and so old. I wanna see you out there, draped in black, just like me. I wanna see you out there, nothing to fear, to me. I wanna see you out there, draped in black, just like me. I wanna see you out there, nothing to fear, to me.
So you've probably already figured out that venues are going to have a pretty rough time in the next couple of years. What we need is to figure out ways to get through from now until then, because we're not just going to go away. We're going to keep making music and art. We really appreciate anything that you can give to help us to pay the people that are making the videos, streaming the videos, and making sure that you know about the videos, so we can keep supporting local music and art all over the place. Please consider donating to our Venmo or our GoFundMe. We really appreciate it. We miss you like crazy, and we can't wait to see you again, either online or here physically. Take care. You rock.
Hello, this is Tim Hall here, musician, saxophonist, and poet. I'm here at Once and just need to say how important it is to support the local arts and local businesses. Once is such an important venue to the scene of artists and creators. I'm just here to name how dire it is to support the individuals who run and manage the space. They offer so much to artists to develop their brand, to develop their sound, to develop their careers, and just need to name how important it is to support Once and the staff here and everything that they stand for and do for this local scene. Also, they have been nominated for a Boston Music Award for both the venue as well as their live stream. So again, they're doing amazing work. Please go and support. See you soon. Tim Hall, out.
I think that's my cue. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for sticking around for Q&A. Thank you to Azy and to Hallows and Sonsombre. Incredible performances all around. I think everybody agrees in chat. If you haven't been watching, you can see that. A few questions. First of all, Brandon, is the hat magical? I think everyone wants to know the answer to that.
Yes, yeah. No, if you've ever seen Frosty the Snowman, they put the hat on him and he comes alive. It's kind of like that. If you take it off, I melt, and I'm not goth at all without the hat. I just melt. No, in all honesty, hats are, you know, I have a lack of hair. And so hats are just something I've always really liked. And I like the aesthetic. You know, I was a big fan of, obviously, Fields of the Nephilim and the Sisters of Mercy, and the whole sort of post-apocalyptic, you know, Western vibe. And I just thought hats looked cool. I think a lot of people like hats, and there's a thing where people put hats on and they say, oh, it doesn't look good on me. Hats don't look good on me. They really do. You just have to get used to it. So if you want a hat, just keep trying on hats until you find the one that you like and wear it. They're liberating. So in a way, they are magical.
I love it. It came back around to the magic too. The video was beautiful, and but it looked like there was a lot of effort put in there. How long does it take you to put together such a beautiful video for a virtual event? Is it longer than preparing for a regular live concert?
Yeah, I think this one, you know, we normally, if we're preparing for a live set, we just rehearse, and then on the night when you're gonna play your live set, it just turns out like it turns out, right? There's no do-overs. When you're recording something for a set like this, you know, we put a lot of artificial pressure on ourselves and say, oh, we should do that one more time, you know. So Jacob Johnson, who's in the feed here, he does all of our camera work for this and for all of our music videos also. So he does a great job filming. He's very patient with us, and you know, so this one took, I would say, about a half a day. You know, we played, some of the songs were one take, some of the songs we played, you know, 2 or 3 takes, and then we threw things, cussed, went and drank, and came back and tried again, and that kind of stuff.
It looks beautiful.
Thank you. Thanks so much.
I love your skull coffin logo. Can you to where that came from? Who designed that, or if you did?
No. So, well, collectively as a band, we, it was sort of meant to be just a tattoo that we were all going to get.
Nice.
And we came together as a band and just wanted, you know, the elements. I used to say I wanted a coffin on my arm with the S in it. And then, you know, we decided together we wanted a skull and bat wings, and we just kept putting pieces together. And we sent it to an artist at Old Line Tattoo in Hagerstown, Maryland, and he put that together. And one by one, we're slowly collecting tattoos. You know, we're all getting it, but it turned out, I think it's kind of cool looking. So, you know, we've just gone with it.
Yeah, it's really great. I believe you have a new album coming out.
Yes.
Can you give us any hint as to when we can expect that?
So the album is finished. It's absolutely finished. It's called Revival. It has 11 songs. Right now, our label, Cleopatra Records, has it, and we're just, kind of negotiating timing of release because they're going to do some different things with this release that they did not do for the last release. So I don't know how they want to line up some of these things. So I can't give you a hard and fast date, but the album is finished. And we are filming the first video single, which is for the title track called Revival. We're filming that on the 24th of October. So, everything will be sort of ready in the can to be released whenever the label is ready.
It's amazing. Now you're on Cleopatra, Hallows are on Cold Transmission. Those are two, they're like the 4AD Creation, Flying Nun, amazing labels of the genre right now. How do you think that labels have changed with the times? I mean, it's a new world now. What do you see there? Has their role changed?
Yeah, I mean, as a band, you always have to decide what it is you want a label for. You can certainly release things on your own nowadays with Bandcamp. And, there's a lot of things that you can do yourself. A label like Cold Transmission, for Hallows, or like Cleopatra, they have a platform, a little larger platform for promotion. So when you get on a label like that, you'll get, sort of a bump from their promotion machines. But then also you lose a little bit of control, like The Last Answer. I can't tell you exactly when our new album's going to come out because I don't know yet, even though it's done. And I would really love to hear you, play it for you right now, but I can't. You lose a little bit of control. It's a give and a take. But yeah, the whole business has changed. Digital and streams are the king. And then in terms of the physical format, vinyl, I think is kind of coming back and overtaking CDs. So the labels have definitely had to adjust, smaller pressings of physical and then doing everything they can to push the digital formats.
It's amazing. I'm going to ask Hallows the same question. So Hallows, we know you're Cold Transmission. I know that it sounds like you have an album coming out as well in the hopefully near future.
Yeah, sometime next year. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Great. Sometime next year. We're not certain when it's going to happen. We are halfway into writing it and we are recording in the next few months. And it really depends on this pandemic. We don't really want to release it again in the pandemic. And I don't know if Cold Transmission wants to as well, because we do want to release it and be able to tour. But if this pandemic is lasting way longer than we expect, then we'll probably release it nonetheless. But we'll see what happens. We're fingers crossed we get a vaccine at some point.
Seriously, yeah, because we want you to tour and we want the new album ASAP. The video was beautiful, by the way. As I've already fawned over you a million times, I'm a huge fan of your music so far. I can't wait for the new one. How does it feel to watch your performance with us? Like, is that a weird experience?
I did the edits for the video, so I've seen it multiple times. But it's very weird watching yourself while people are watching you. And we were also watching ourselves in the comments. So it was like Inception. But it's new, it's beautiful. It's unknown territory for sure.
I have to say, we've done a few of these shows since June or May, about a month, and just seeing what the bands put together is so exciting. And tonight was a great example. Both bands, the videos were just such a good use of the medium to create sort of a new live experience, which is really making a silver lining out of the whole thing. It's such a beautiful show. How about you guys? How much rehearsal did you have to put into that? It was, I know there was a lot of editing. The video was beautiful. Did it take a long time to put together?
So this whole thing was in one take.
Nice.
The live part. I think we're just, I don't know why we do that. I was just thinking about it. Why do we do that?
We want it to be as live as possible. So this is the thing, right? Both of us have been in punk and metal for a really long time before really starting playing this style of music. And a lot of what we value, it has to be live, which is kind of like a snobbish, annoying way of thinking. But we have this kind of like conceived idea that it has to be live. So even when we record our records, we try to like record the whole song. And then like, it doesn't have to be one take. We'll do multiple takes of the same song, but we want it to be like we're playing the song. You know, we don't want to play parts or something like that, which is, I admit, something that's really dumb. Yeah. And you shouldn't do that. But it's something that kind of gets to us, is that if we don't do that, we feel weird. So we really wanted it to be one take. No matter what imperfections or like mess ups that are in there, we keep them. Yeah. And like I'm saying, it doesn't make any sense.
It's totally unnecessary, really. But we do.
I think it's, you know what, it's as close as we can get to a live show right now. So it's really, I get it. Like getting the live feel is so nice right now. We have a question from the audience, and they would like to know how you got the visual effects for the video. Can you give us any clues to that?
I take some videos, random ones. I have 2 cameras. Dom gifted me. Well, you gifted me both. Yeah. So a lot of them are just like footage from around, and then free videos online. And I just go crazy on the edits on, what's this called? Premiere Pro. Yeah. Just go wild on it.
She said something like, oh, I couldn't, there was one specific part when our set was playing, and she's like, I couldn't fit anything here. So I zoomed all the way to the pixel level here. And these are all the pixels moving. And I'm like, how did you come up with that?
It's amazing. I love that that's what a live show means now. When we interpret a live performance like that, that's so amazing. So it was, beautiful. And I can't wait for more music. Looking forward to it.
I think someone asked, DJ Chris?
Somebody had a question too about our label. So our first record, well, not really a record, it's like an EP, Subtle, came out on physical format on Phage Tapes. Phage Tapes is, we used to be from Minneapolis. We live in Seattle now, but we lived in Minneapolis for the longest time. And Phage Tapes is like a Minneapolis staple of like the underground electronic scene. They release a bunch of noise and industrial stuff. Sam, the person who runs the label, is a good friend of ours, and he really wanted to put out our tape. So he put that out. But soon after we did that, Cold Transmission wanted to have the digital rights of the label. So Cold Transmission puts out the digital version of the EP, while Phage Tapes puts out the physical. So it's on tape or digital. We wanted to do vinyl for a bit, but then we decided tape is obscure enough.
Maybe next time. That's amazing. All right, I'm going to switch to Azy now because I know we're running out of time. Azy, can you give us, I know you always have tons of things coming up. Can you give us some suggestions for what we can watch coming from you next, and from Obscura Undead coming up soon?
Well, I mean, on Fridays we have our virtual club that we stream on Twitch across. So Obscura Undead is me and a bunch of friends of mine who we just all happen to be DJs kind of across the state of Florida, who just got together to stream during the pandemic. So yeah, Fridays we have that. I have some other stuff coming up. I know I have a stream on October 30th with Obi from La Morgue and Enrique Jimenez, a poet who's going to be doing a poetry reading, and that is myself, and I'll be spinning for it along with my bandmate DJ Malik, who, you know, that's at least what I have going on for the month of October.
That's so much.
There's a lot more stuff.
You know, Obscura Undead is really like one of the hearts of the whole community, and, you know, a really incredible source, not just music, but just cultural personality. And I mean, it's really an incredible resource, as well as being a form of entertainment. But for those of us that were not there when it began, Can you give us some background as to how long has Obscura Undead existed? How did you start?
How long has it existed? That's a really good question. Because it started shortly after I moved to Tampa. Because I moved from Honolulu to Tampa, where I met the other co-founder of Obscure Undead, DJ Mouse, who is from Tampa, and we got together and we kept talking about like it would be really cool to be able to, you know, push new music because we weren't hearing a lot of it in our club spaces, and to just sort of be a resource because people were constantly complaining that, you know, is there new music coming out? Yeah. And I think that was about 2 years ago, maybe almost 3 years ago, actually. It started off as a drunken foray. We were eating like tacos at some crappy bar in Orlando, and we were like, we should start a record label. And we were like, I don't know, that sounds really risky. Why don't we just start doing like music reviews? And that's kind of how it started, and it kind of snowballed into community events. We now have a lot of people who volunteer their time with Obscure Undead to write things, to help organize events, virtual now, to help us make our zine, to help make everything possible. And like, it's really inspiring how many people have like approached me to say like, I really want to help out in some capacity. This is my skill set and I want to do this. And I'm so glad that I have this platform where I can be just like, that sounds amazing. Go do it. Let me support you doing that.
It is amazing. And I know that probably most of us watching right now can say that they've found music through Obscura Undead in the last few years for sure. And I believe our friend Angel's a contributor here in Boston.
Yes, DJ Seraph.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
DJ Seraph, exactly. Which might have been where I was first introduced to it. So yeah, it's a big happy family. It's amazing. But I think unless anyone has any other questions, we're now past the top of the hour, so we've run over our time. But thank you to everyone, all the performers, everyone for coming. Thank you, of course, to Once for hosting us as always. And we do have another show coming up on November 22nd. Bands to be announced soon, and keep your eyes open. We'd love to see you back again.